welcome. It's Lina Kazawa here, and today we're going to be getting into the VTuber Newsy news. But before we do, please make sure to smash subscribe, hit the like, ring the bell, and come watch me on Twitch. Okay, on to our very first piece of Newsy news. This is FILIAN, and FILIAN is an independent VTuber based in North America. FILIAN's very much known for her physical comedy. So why are we talking about FILIAN? Well, guys, I don't know if you guys remember, but back on July 6th of last year, FILIAN had an Android, and the Android was then pulled because of issues with the person who had actually made FILIAN's model. Their name was Jingo. There was a lot of copyright issues, lots of ambiguity happening. So the Android was pulled because of this controversy. To provide further context, Jingo didn't make the model specifically for FILIAN. It was a model that was available to the public on a website called Booth. So obviously, FILIAN blew up in popularity. He was using this model. So the main issue was that because FILIAN was making merch from the model, that's kind of when Jingo started to get a little bit upset. So anyways, we haven't really heard a whole lot about it until more recently. So this was a statement that was released yesterday from Jingo, and Jingo is the artist. This is posted on under Jingo's X account, and it's translated to English, so it might not be perfect, but here's the translation according to Google. It says, "Hello, this is Jingo from Studio Jingo. We would like to inform you that a model-related issue that occurred with a VTuber last summer has been resolved through smooth and respectful communication. The VTuber in question responded affirmatively to our request for advance notice and crediting, and both parties were able to work together to resolve the issue amicably. I think it's important to maintain fairness by applying the same rules to everyone who uses my models. Therefore, we would like to make it clear that no financial transactions were made in this agreement process. Our agreement was based on open communication and mutual respect. Despite some initial misunderstandings about the terms of use, the VTuber and her team respected my work and made the necessary adjustments. We look forward to continuing our positive and collaborative relationship in the future." So what exactly does this mean? It doesn't look like FILIAN paid a bunch of money to Jingo, so it just looks like they kind of talked it out. So yeah, it's very bizarre because there's this language barrier as well, and also a difference of litigation styles. It's not really a cut and dry thing, right? Which it should be. So this is Legal Mindset weighing in on it, and Legal Mindset is a lawyer, an actual lawyer. Legal Mindset says, probably a translation issue, but this seems very ambiguous. It seems to conclude the issue yet doesn't specify what rights were granted or at least waived. Other than developing an entirely new model, which is a no-go for VTubers as a brand, any attempt to adjust would draw criticism from the author as a derivative product from the original. Ultimately, the best course is to clarify these things from the get-go, which has always been my position. Yeah, and that makes sense, right? Lawyers usually have everything written out. All paths have been accounted for, what if this happens? Okay, Sharon Host says, all of this could be dismissed if FILIAN would just get an OC and buy all the rights of it instead of using booth models. She has enough money for that. If you think of how many VR controllers and headsets she destroys in a year. That's fair. That's fair. Maybe that's why she can't afford an OC, guys, because she's using all the money for VR controllers. Here's another person weighing in on X. Rami says, let's be real. She won't do anything because at the end of the day, she never faced any consequences either. She won't get a new model because this one is now her, quote, brand. I highly doubt anyone outside the art community even really cares. And then Professional Gentleman says, I think it would be in her best interest to commission a unique, if similar model at her earliest opportunity. As someone in Discord mentioned, pretty much what VDERE did for Nero-sama, who originally used a generic pre-made model. Lumi says she should get her own model commissioned ASAP. That's really it. And yeah, at the end of the day, right? If you think about it, these beginner models that are on Booth and everything, they're usually just for people to start their VTubing journey, because a lot of people, a lot of times, right? You don't know what it's going to be like until you start, right? I mean, you can theorize until you're blue in the face, oh, if I'm a VTuber, will this happen? Will this happen? You don't really know until you actually start, right? So the good thing about these pre-made models is you know what? I can dip my foot in, see if I like it or not. And you're oh, you know what? VTubing is really not for me. Or, oh my God, I love VTubing. Let's make a go at this. So probably FILIAN wasn't expecting to blow up as much as she did, which is where this whole thing started, right? And then now people just assume oh, when you see this model, you know that that's FILIAN. For the legalities of it, having your own OC, is definitely a lot cleaner legally because you've paid for the rights, you own this thing, you've created this thing. I can kind of understand like the hesitancy to like move to a different model, because obviously this is what you're known for. But the thing is, because it was a booth model, this is where the water gets really muddy, right? Anyways, let me know in the comments, what do you think about the situation? It's very muddy, it's very convoluted. Let me know in the comments what you think. All right, on to our next piece of newsy news. This is Sister Claire, and Sister Claire is a female Japanese virtual YouTuber affiliated with NIJISANJI. All right, why are we talking about Sister Claire? Well, guys, this is posted on NIJISANJI's X account, and it says, notice of change of performers for day 1 open stage. Regarding Sister Claire, who will be appearing on the Open Stage Dance Live 2025 on day 1 of Friday, February 21st, due to an injury to their right leg, they'll be unable to perform on stage. We appreciate your understanding. So let's dive into this a little bit deeper. Seems that she's going to some sort of partial hiatus. She will still stream and join events, but it's going to be significantly reduced. There's also a possibility she may be hospitalized. Oh my God, that's terrible. All right, so let's see what some of the people on Reddit got to say. Random fan dude says, the injury is actually pretty serious and she's going to require prolonged medical attention due to brushing it off when it was minor. I guess calling it a medical hiatus is correct, although with her trying to stream when she can, it's not a typical hiatus. So long story short, if you are a fan of Sister Claire will not be at NIJIFest and is in, I guess, what would probably be considered a medical break. It's very sad, you know, it's very uncomfortable. Being in pain, not great. And if this leads to chronic pain, that'll be even worse. So hopefully she'll be able to fully recover. Okay, on to our next piece of newsy news. This is posted on the Kurosanji subreddit, and this is by Bang Marika, and it says, Any Colors Virtual Training Academy returns on January 15, 2025, where it'll feature a 5-member girl band. So if you'll remember the Virtual Talent Academy, this is where Niji have a lot of like VTubers in training here. And if you do well at the Virtual Talent Academy, you get graduated into being a full-fledged VTuber. So they're having a 5-member girl band, very similar to the anime K-On! If you guys remember. Let's take a look at what some of the people on Reddit got to say. Random Wizardo says, about time they spam a new wave. And then Amazing Pat says, well, I get what they're going for. If you put any of those girls in an anime, they all look like NPCs or side characters at best. I'm not sure it's the right move, but we'll wait and see. So this is the actual post on Any Colors X account. It says, starting today, 5 new VTA girl band members will begin their activities. This is all of them here at the VTuber Academy YouTube channel. They have waiting rooms for each one of them. What I find to be very interesting is that like Hololive did a 5-girl band not that long ago, maybe like three or 4 months ago. Let me know in the comments below. It's just really strange timing. Okay, on to our next piece of newsy news. This is Victoria Brightshield, and Victoria Brightshield was a female virtual YouTuber affiliated with NIJISANJI's 9th Wave TTT. Victoria graduated and became Mogu Ghost, who is independent. So why are we talking about Mogu? This is some good news if you're a Mogu fan. This is SAJAM, and SAJAM is someone who hosts a lot of fighting game tournaments. So here it says, here are your coaches and players for SAJAM Slam 4. Best of luck to everybody, and check them out streaming Street Fighter over the next few weeks. So here are some of the coaches here, and here's a fighter. Okay, so you'll see here, there is Mogu right here in the middle here. So anyway, so if you are a fan of Mogu and if you are a fan of fighting games, go check out Mogu. So you'll remember also there was a bit of drama last year because Doki was in SamJam and Victoria Brightshield was in SamJam. It made for like some awkwardness because Niji fans were not very pleased because they're like, oh my God, how dare Doki be present? But yeah, looks like Doki is not in this year's SAJAM Slam. But now Mogu is as herself and not as Victoria Brightshield anymore, which is great. Definitely very liberating. So anyways, long story short, if you are a fan of Mogu and you are a fan of fighting games, go check out Mogu at SAJAM Slam. All right, on to our next piece of newsy news. This is Ko Maria, and Ko Maria is a female English VTuber affiliated with V4 Mirau's 2nd generation, Petalite. So why are we talking about Ko Maria? Well, this is posted on the Kurosanji subreddit by Norelis, and it says, Ko Maria of V4 Mirau will be taking an indefinite hiatus due to a sudden personal emergency, not health-related. She will not be streaming, but will participate in previously scheduled events. It definitely sucks. At least it's not a health-related leave. That's good. So she hasn't posted like an official statement, but she did post this link to a small update which is on her YouTube channel, which announces the indefinite hiatus. Long story short, we don't really know a whole lot about what the personal emergency is, but she is on indefinite hiatus. But send her some love, give her a follow, give her a subscribe, and hopefully she'll be back soon. All right, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is Dokibird. We love Doki on this channel. Why are we talking about Doki? Well, Doki has had a recent obsession with Marvel Rivals. This is posted on the Dokibird Reddit by Liquid Recto, and it says, guys, I think Doki's truly cannot be stopped. And so this is just a screenshot of Doki's X account. And Doki says, every day I just improve more and more, and I feel so much passion and competitive spirit. I just hit my newest peak of top 30 in the world and highest ranked VTuber. I never broke top 50 before in any game. My last tweet about my rank, I swear, unless I get top 10, haha. So you can see here, if you scroll in, look a little bit tighter, Dokibird is number 29 on the leaderboard for Marvel Rivals, which is incredible. She's just catching all the W's. She's fantastic. Let's see what some of the people on Reddit got to say. Dave says, our Oshi is goated. It's very nice to see her find a game she likes this much. And top 30? Jeez. Andy Lion says, remember, guys, she can quit at any time. So, Doki, congrats. Keep climbing that leaderboard to the moon. All right, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is Kaiyoko Star, and Kaiyoko Star is an independent VTuber who started streaming in 2020. So, why are we talking about Kaiyoko Star? Well, Kaiyoko has posted the dreaded black and white text on X. So let's take a look here. This is the post. Kaiyoko says, stepping away from Fashion Report and streaming. Hey all, I've been working on the Fashion Report for about 7 years now and streaming for about 4.5 years. I wanted to dedicate myself to helping people with something I enjoyed in the game, also ruin the MGP economy. But now I need to step away for good from this. I moved to an EST location and it honestly ruined my sleep schedule because where I used to only be up till 2 to 3 a.m., most working on Fashion Report has turned into 5 to 6 a.m. Honestly, I've devoted too much time to both Fashion Report and streaming because I've neglected important things to me in my real life. I need to be a better me and start a new chapter for myself. The only way to do so is by making a clean slate so I can focus on more important things. I'm sorry to my viewers from stream. This is abrupt and probably seems out of character, but it needs to be done. While this wasn't an easy decision to make, it's a necessary one for my life. I just wanted to thank you all for the support. I just need to remove myself from this to focus on my real priorities, but I'm sure Omar and the others in the community will keep on getting you all MGP. So, if you're a fan of Kaiyoko, this looks like an indefinite hiatus. Let's see what some of the people on X are saying. Kay says, thank you for everything you've done. The Egg Roller says, take care of yourself, Kay. Thank you for providing to the community all these years. Brandon says, you earned a sabbatical. Thanks for your contributions over the years. So, Kaiyoko, we're wishing you all the best in your new life path. And thank you for all of your contributions to the community. You're amazing. And I hope that everything goes well for you. All right, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is V-Dere, and V-Dere is a VTuber group that's based in the USA. So why are we talking about V-Dere? Well, V-Dere has a new generation. This is posted on V-Dere's X account. It says, V-Dere second generation, Ilus Eon is revealed. So go support V-Dere if you can. These are the three new talents. So this is Tomo Yumari, who is a military tomboy horse girl. This is Alpha Beta, who is a V-singer. And this is Hani Hima, who is a Japanese sunflower who is learning English. So if you are a fan of the group V-Dere, go check out their Gen 2 peeps. All right, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is Aki Orange, and Aki Orange is a chill doggo that plays video games. So why are we talking about Aki? Well, Aki has a contest for anyone who is an artist. So Aki says, attention artists, I'm looking for a new design, but want it to be different this time around. That's right, it's an art contest. You can win $1,000 and a custom Aki Nintendo 3DS. Join my Discord below for the template, rules, and where to submit. It's a little bit different than like your normal art contest. Not only are you winning cash, but you're also winning something physical as well. Definitely a unique prize for sure if you're into 3DSs. Yeah, obviously art contests, it's like a weird fine line, right? How do I say this? For smaller VTubers, it's more generally accepted practice. When there's bigger VTubers, then it becomes a little bit of a touchy subject because they're like, oh, you're a big VTuber, you can afford to pay an artist, right? Sometimes art contests can be a little bit predatory, mostly because like you put in all of this work hoping to win the prize, and sometimes they can end in disappointment. Long story short, if you decide to enter enter at your own risk, right? Okay, on to our next piece of newsy news. This is Akari Kai, and Akari Kai is a Nekomata yokai doll. So why are we talking about Yukari Kai? Well, Yukari has the dreaded black and white text. Akari says, graduation notice. Hello, everyone. I know scary... this is everyone knows, right? Everyone knows in the VTuber sphere. Hello, everyone. I know scary text on white background. I'm sorry, LOL. I've joked about this before, but I am sorry to announce that I will be graduating effective immediately. No goodbye stream. This last year has been the best year spent with you, but I am off to bigger and better horizons. I genuinely cherish you all. Thank you all so much for your time with me, and maybe, just maybe, I can be your doll again someday. Akari Kai Nekomata doll. So yeah, very sudden, effective immediately, no goodbye stream. We don't really know exactly as to why this graduation happened, but essentially she's off to do bigger and better things, which is great. It's sad, but the thing is, guys, the main takeaway you got to take from the VTuber community is if you find a VTuber that you absolutely love, make sure to support them while you can, because it's not going to last forever, okay? Everything in life is only for now, right? Exactly. So yes, so hug your Oshis tight and support them while you can, because you never know when it's going to be their last stream. So let's take a look at what some of the people on X got to say. Pixie says, we will miss you so much, but I wish you well on your new adventure. And then Bento says, Kari, I lurked in some streams and love seeing you live and having fun. Hope the next journeys you have are fun and enjoyable, safe travels. Sarah says, always love seeing you around, wishing you the best on your adventures. I mean, it's sad, right? What's interesting about life and what's interesting about even like VTubers, right, is that like sometimes you meet people and they make an impact in your life and like they don't even know, right? It's pretty incredible. You unintentionally make this like butterfly effect, right? Just like, oh man, I'm just streaming into the void. No one listens to what I do, blah, blah, blah. And then someone is like, oh my God, thank you so much. I watched that one stream one time and you said this one thing that really resonated with me. And it's really sweet, right? It's really incredible. So anyways, guys, love your Oshis while you can, okay? And support them while you can. And it's like a bittersweet feeling, right? On to our next piece of news. Piece of news for people who are interested in starting out in VTubing. So what's happening here, Milku T, they're a live 2D artist and rigger. So they're working on a program that is a customizable VTuber model. So in this post, it says customizable VTuber model releasing soon. This one has been in the works for a while, so I'm really excited to share it. It has several million combinations at present. So you can see here on the right, that is VTube Studio. And what they're doing is they're adding ways to customize VTube Studio so that you can like customize your VTuber in VTube Studio. So like this is really incredible. If you are new to the VTubing scene and you're like, oh, I want to create a model, but I'm not really sure, definitely wait for this customizable model to come out. You can see here the model is designed to toggle all of these things seamlessly, right? So it's really cool. It's a very interesting concept for sure. We don't have a release date on that just yet, but it is coming out soon. So look forward to that. All right, so that's the end of the VTuber news. However, I do have someone for the VTuber spotlight. This is WobblyPython. And WobblyPython is a Python. Yeah. So it says, I make cool art, sometimes game shows, occasionally stream games. I'm here for the good times. So they are actually a Python, which I thought was kind of fun. So this is their VTuber. This is them on Twitch. And this is WobblyPython on Blue Sky. And this is just a clip of the WobblyPython in action. I thought that this was really funny. Let's take a look here.
Got a tiling texture that repeats and it just kicks ass. Yo, thanks for the follow. Hey, I don't think that those are all supposed to be on at the same time. I have to set that up differently. I don't know why the water is here. That's interesting. Oh, fuck.
So this is WobblyPython. I just thought like their model is super unique and really interesting. So go check them out. So this is WobblyPython on Blue Sky, and this is WobblyPython on Twitch. All right, guys, and that's it. That's the end of the VTuber newsy news. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe, smash the like, share with your grandma, and there is new Lydia Nakazawa merch that is coming out at the end of the week. So please look forward to that on Uwu Market. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Mwah! Bye-bye.